My daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much for my mom and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't mind that he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Yeah, he must have thought it was quite a joke. Got a lot of laughs from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd turn red, and some guy would laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. And I made a vow to the moon and stars I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man who'd give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg, mid-July. I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew at an old saloon on a street of mud. There at the table, dealing studs, sat the dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Yeah, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn out picture that my mother had had. Knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He reached for his gun but he pulled mine first. And he stood there looking at me. I saw him smile. So I hit him hard, right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife, cut off a piece of my ear. Then So I busted a chair right across his teeth and crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and a gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. Kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He reached for his gun, but I pulled mine first. Then he stood there looking at me. I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough. If a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name and I say goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong." He said, "You just fought one hell of a fight. I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye. Cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue." What could I do? I got all choked up, threw down my gun, called him Pa. He called me son, come away with a different point of view. But I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a boy, gonna name him